Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back at it. Now, as I mentioned in the previous video, we're going to want to turn this fire text into a clipping path and allow you to see through to a fiery background. So to do that, first we want to set up our layers palette. We want the fire and the clipping path to be on the same layer. Okay, so, and it's got to be above the background layer. So first let's drag this layer up above. Let's rename the layer to keep us straight here. Let's do a little cleanup and rename some of these layers here. It's always a good idea, if you think about it, to rename your layers as you work. Okay. Then ultimately, we're going to have a layer up at the very top called Cut. You can see I'm a terrible typist. Paths. Okay. Now we're going to work on the fire layer. Let's import a JPEG image of a fiery background. There's several ways to do that. What I'm going to do is go to the Adobe Bridge. I'm going to navigate to the folder right here that has the background that I want. And then I'm going to drag from the bridge and drop it straight into Illustrator. And there it is. And it came in on the layer that I had highlighted, which is good. Now, select Fire just by clicking on its path. What that's going to do is highlight it in the Layers palette. Okay? Let me show you something, folks. Easy way to work here. It's in this group. You can see by this little square here. Okay? It's a compound path in that group. We want to move it. We don't even have to go this deep. If you select it here in the artboard and it gets highlighted here, you don't have to go into the layers palette. Just drag it, click and drag it up onto this layer. It takes it out of this layer and moves it into that layer. Very easy way to work. Okay. If you're not using your layers palette, you need to start using it. It'll make your job so much simpler. All right, now let's just put the fire approximately where we think it'll look good. And then the next step we have to do is select all of the compound paths in here that make it up. And the easy way to do it is just click on this group. Okay, that selects all of these compound paths. What we have to do to use the entire thing as one clipping path, we have to turn it into a single compound path. So select all of them, go to the Object menu, Compound Path, Make. Now we have one compound path out of that, and we can turn it into a clipping mask. So to do that, select everything on this layer, which includes this compound path we just made and this bitmap image of the fire. Select everything on the layer, just click right here. Easy, easy way to do it. And now, go to the Object menu, Clipping Mask, Make, and voila. There you have it. Beautiful fiery background inside our image. Now, if you want to adjust where it's looking, go inside the layer here, and then inside the group, and select just the image right here. And then you can move it around without moving the fire image, and you can see what part of that image you really want to use for your fire. Okay? Something real fiery like that. Okay. That's good. And then lock that layer. Okay? So we're not moving that, because we're going to be playing with the rest of this text here, and it'll be good to have that layer locked. All right, now we're going to talk about creating some cut paths, okay, for all of this stuff that's going to be cut out on our printer. We'll do that in the very next lesson.